Welcome back to WRC Rally World. A new dawn and day two of the SWRC in Jordan saw Nasser Al-Attiyah leading the field by nearly 2 minutes, having won all but one of the stages so far. But heading into the first of the day's stages, Nasser's Fiesta did not sound well. Three kilometres into the stage, and Al-Attiyah's engine gremlins from day one had returned. His stricken car would go no further, as his co-driver explains.
Just from the first corner, we immediately see that the engine was start cutting again, because we had the same problem last day in the afternoon. And but the good thing is that yesterday in a service of 45 minutes we thought to find the problem and fix it. Also, actually, when we are coming here from the rock section, the engine sounds was perfect. But the problem is that exactly from the start again start cutting again, and after 3Ks engine start go slowly and start smoking, and that's it. After 3K we must stop the car and the engine gone.
Another disastrous no score for Al-Attiyah then, in a season that's turning into a nightmare. After his disastrous first day, Evan Brynildsen was able to return to the road on day two under Super Rally rules. But with 25 minutes of penalties incurred for the stages he'd missed, the Norwegian could only hope to finish the rally for consolation points. The rutted stages here are a big challenge for the drivers. It's important to get the perfect balance between aggression and control, but Evan did just that. It was a near faultless final day, and Brynildsen won all but one of the day's stages when he'd stopped to change a puncture. He finished in 5th, but had firmly made his mark as one to watch this season.
You're not too bad considering what's going on.
It's a pity we had a problem in the beginning of the first day, but we showed today that the speed is good enough to be able to win the rallies, and I think we won the day by 2 minutes or something to the other guys. So okay, it's good, but I really hope to fight for the victory next rally.
As for the rest of the field, Service Park favourite Albert Javera finished the weekend in 4th. Albert drives a specially adapted Fiat Abarth, having lost the use of his legs in a downhill ski competition. But despite the added strain of controlling everything with his arms, the former Olympic athlete ended the weekend with his best SWRC result to date. Hungarian giant Frigé Turan was promoted to 3rd following Al-Attiyah's retirement at the start of day 2. He put in a steady performance in only his first SWRC event. The Jordanian stages had been tough on the 37-year-old, leaving him exhausted after the previous day's Jordan River stage. But he soon found that the stages were just as punishing on his 4th Fiesta, when he retired on the penultimate stage, his engine having expired. Turan's hopes of a podium finish went up in smoke. Turan's retirement promoted Herman Gassler Jr. to 3rd. The young German had suffered a puncture on the Jordan River stage on the first day that cost him nearly 3 minutes. Still, he managed to limp to the end of the stage and finally finish a tough rally. Gassler Jr., 3rd overall, is the all-important impressive result, considering it was his first outing in Jordan and first time competing in the Skoda Fabia. At the sharp end, though, the battle for first on the final day was between Carl Kruder and Bernardo Souza. First to strike was Kruder. The 18-year-old had started the day over a minute behind Souza, but took advantage of a spin from the Portuguese driver, and at the end of the first stage, he'd taken nearly 30 seconds out of his lead. Souza then with a nervous start to the day. It turned out that he'd spun his Fiesta on the first stage of the day after hearing that Nasser Al-Attiyah had retired. A cautious approach was needed then to take the win here. But that big moment was a reminder there was a long way to go before crossing the finish line.
near the end of this stage, we got a big rock, and it was quite a big moment. The car went into the air. Oil pressure is okay, everything looks good, but I'm sure underneath the car it's something's wrong.
With Sosa concerned that his car might not last, things were looking better for Quarta. But not quite good enough. That spin in stage 16, evidence of how hard he was pushing. But his effort wasn't enough to make any inroads into Sosa's lead. The young Estonian took second.
I'm so happy that I finished the rally. It was so tough. The podium is just a bonus. The second place is a bonus. I'm really happy.
That left Bernardo Sosa to take maximum points in Jordan. He had a scare in the final stage when suspension problems threatened to end his rally, but the Portuguese driver made it to the finish line and got a WRC point in the process. A welcome end, considering the huge crash he'd suffered on his last outing at Rally Portugal.
Yeah, but all weekend he's getting out of the car, onto the roof. Bernardo Sosa takes his first victory.
Starting the year with 25 points is perfect. Last year was quite bad. Even if I won the championship, the Portuguese championship, winning this rally and after what happened on Portugal, this is just great.
There's confirmation then of Sosa's win on this rally of attrition. Quarta's second place, the surprise result on only his second SWRC event, and Brynildsen holding on for 10 valuable points. In the Drivers' Championship, it's Carl Quarta, the youngest man in the SWRC, who leads, with Sosa and Prokop tied for second. Another no score for Nasser Al-Attiyah means he still doesn't make the leaderboard. Jordan then, an incredible win for Sosa, and all the more so considering his last outing on his WRC debut ended with this crash on home soil in Portugal. It looks like the 28-year-old has put that scare firmly behind him.
Really, from the outside, the accident was quite big, but from the inside was 2 or 3 seconds, actually. I thought that I only had rolled 4 times and was, I think, 8 or 9. So, in the end, it was quite okay. We have to forget this kind of things. If not, we're never going to get back on the road and be fast. And I knew that here we have a very good opportunity to be on the podium. We worked properly, and we're here with a victory.
It's not a result you would have bet on at the start of the event, but Bernardo Sosa was the SWRC winner of Rally Jordan.